Imagine a sunny Florida morning, August 5th, 2009. Dalia DiPolito's world shatters as cops say her husband's been murdered. She's sobbing, crumbling to the ground. But hold on, this isn't what it seems. Those tears, fake. Days earlier, Dalia paid a hitman $7,000 to kill Michael, her newlywed husband. Except, it was all a setup. Caught on cops' cameras, her plot unraveled. How does a wife turn into a killer? You're not gonna believe this. Hey, welcome back to Crime Scene, where we dig into the craziest true crime stories. Today we're talking about Dalia DiPolito, a case so wild it's still blowing up online. Picture this: Boynton Beach, Florida, 2009. Palm trees, sunny skies, and a couple who looked perfect on the outside. Dalia, a 26-year-old with a flashy smile, married Michael DiPolito, a 38-year-old guy trying to rebuild his life after prison. They tied the knot just 5 days after his divorce. Talk about a whirlwind romance. But here's the thing. Behind their picture-perfect life, something dark was brewing. Dalia was sneaking texts to an old flame, Mohammed Shihadeh, and plotting something nobody saw coming. Hold on, though. What pushed her to this point? You're not going to believe what's next. Okay, let's get into the meat of this story, because it's about to go from 0 to 100 real quick. By July 2009, Dalia DiPolito's marriage to Michael was all smoke and mirrors. On the surface, they're this happy couple in a fancy Florida townhouse. But behind closed doors, Dalia's living a double life. She's sneaking around, texting her ex-lover, Mohammed Shihadi, spinning a web of lies. And here's the kicker. She didn't just want out of the marriage, she wanted Michael gone. Like, gone. It all started heating up in late July 2009. Dalia's got this plan, and it's cold-blooded. She asked Mohammed, her old flame, to find her a hitman. Yeah, you heard that right, a hitman. She's ready to shell out $7,000 to have Michael killed, thinking she'll walk away with his townhouse and whatever cash he's got left. Now picture this. Mohammed's caught in the middle. He's still got feelings for Dalia, but this is too much. So in a twist, he does something unexpected. He picks up the phone and calls the Boynton Beach police. Hold on, because this is where it gets wild. The cops wasted no time. They set up a sting operation straight out of a movie. They bring in an undercover officer, Witty Jean, to play the part of a hitman. On August 1st, 2009, Dalia meets this guy in a red sedan at a gas station, thinking he's the real deal. She's calm, collected, and drops a bombshell line. I'm 5,000% sure I want him dead. Can you believe that? It's all caught on camera, thanks to the cops' TV crew tailing the police. But wait, it gets crazier. Dalia hands over $1,200 as a down payment and promises the rest later. She even gives details about Michael's routine, like when he leaves the gym. It's chilling. But here's the thing. Dalia didn't stop at hiring a hitman. Oh no, she had a whole playbook. Before this, she tried poisoning Michael's iced tea with antifreeze. Yeah, antifreeze, the stuff you put in your car. She thought she could make it look like an accident, and when that didn't work, she planted drugs in his car, hoping to get him arrested and sent back to prison for violating his probation. This woman was relentless. So the police decide to turn the tables. On August 5th, they stage a fake crime scene at Dalia and Michael's townhouse. They call Dalia, tell her to rush home from the gym, and break the news. Michael's been murdered. She pulls up, sees the police tape, and starts sobbing. Big dramatic tears. It's Oscar-worthy. But those tears? Total crocodile tears. The cops' cameras catch every second of it, and it's the moment that made this case go viral. Now pause for a second. Can you imagine thinking you've pulled off the perfect crime, only to find out the hitman was a cop? But the hitman wasn't who she thought. Stick around, because this sting is about to blow up in Dalia's face. All right, buckle up, because Dalia DiPolito's world is about to come crashing down. August 5th, 2009, Boynton Beach Police Station. The cops bring Dalia in after her Oscar-worthy tears at the fake crime scene. They sit her down and drop the bomb. Michael's alive, and they've got her on tape plotting his murder. Her face? Pure shock. She's arrested on the spot for solicitation to commit first-degree murder. The cops' cameras are still rolling, and this moment, it's everywhere, sparking a media frenzy. But hold on, the drama's just getting started. Dalia's first trial kicks off in 2011. The prosecution plays that chilling cops footage, her 5,000% sure line, and those fake tears. It's damning. The jury doesn't buy her story, and she's convicted and slapped with a 20-year sentence. But here's the twist. It doesn't stick. The verdict gets overturned because of jury selection issues. Can you imagine? Thinking you're locked up for 2 decades, then getting a second chance? Fast forward to 2016, and Dalia is back in court for a retrial. Her defense team comes out swinging, saying the Boynton Beach police set her up, hungry for fame on cops. They argue the sting was more about TV ratings than justice. The jury split, 3 for guilty, 3 for not guilty. A hung jury. Dalia walks out free, at least for now. But wait, it's not over yet. By 2017, Dalia's facing her third trial. She's sticking to a wild story. The whole murder plot was a stunt for a reality TV show. Yeah, you heard that right, a reality show. She claims Michael and Muhammad were in on it, but both of them shut that down hard. The prosecution brings out the big guns. The cops' tapes, Muhammad's testimony, and Michael's heartbreak. The jury? They're done in just 90 minutes. Guilty again. This time, Dalia is sentenced to 16 years. So here's the big question. Was Dalia a cold-blooded manipulator who got what she deserved? Or did the police, chasing cops' glory, cross a line? What do you think? Guilty or entrapped? Stick around because we're diving deeper next. Okay, let's take a step back and ask the big question. What was going on in Dalia DiPolito's head? How does someone go from newlywed to plotting murder? Some folks online, like on Reddit, throw around the word narcissist. They point to how she played everyone. Michael, her husband, with her charm. Muhammad, her ex, with flirty texts. Even the fake Hitman, thinking she could outsmart him. Those X-rated messages to Muhammad? Steamy, sure, but also calculating. She even faked a pregnancy to keep him hooked. Was she just desperate to control everything? Michael's money? The townhouse? Her future? Or was she straight up cold-blooded, no heart at all? I mean, think about it. Who tries poisoning their husband's iced tea, then hires a hitman like it's no big deal? But here's where it gets messy. What about the cops? The Boynton Beach police knew cops' cameras were rolling. Some people on X are like, hold up, were they chasing justice or a TV spotlight? They argue the sting was over the top, maybe even entrapment, just to make Dalia look like a villain for ratings. Did they push too hard knowing the world was watching? It's a legit question. Then there's the fallout. Michael's life got turned upside down. Imagine finding out your wife wanted you dead. His trust shattered. And Muhammad, the guy who tipped off the cops? He paid a price too. In 2021, he was found dead in Florida at just 40. We still don't know why, and that's a whole other mystery. This case isn't just about Dalia. It's about broken trust, shady motives, and a TV show that maybe blurred the line. So tell me, was justice served or was Dalia caught in a Hollywood-style setup? What's your take? Drop it below because this one's got layers. So where are we now? It's 2025, and Dalia DiPolito is still behind bars, serving her 16-year sentence at Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida. She's keeping busy, leading a Bible study group and working in the prison cafeteria. But here's the heartbreaking part. While she was on house arrest in 2016, Dalia gave birth to a son. That little boy, now being raised by her mom, is growing up without her. COVID-19 made things worse, canceling prison visits and keeping them apart for months. Can you imagine how tough that must be? Meanwhile, Michael DiPolito, her ex-husband, is out there trying to move on. He's still on probation, tied to that $191,000 restitution debt from his old conman days. But let's be real. Finding out your wife wanted you dead? That kind of betrayal doesn't just fade. Then there's Mohammed Shihadeh, Dalia's ex-lover who tipped off the cops. In 2021, he was found dead in Sebring, Florida at just 40 years old. The cause? Still a mystery, and it's left everyone with more questions than answers. The Dalia DiPolito case is still alive, though. Those cops' clips, her fake tears, that sedan meeting, are still blowing up on YouTube and X, racking up millions of views. Dalia's not giving up either. Her legal team's pushing for a new trial, filing motions about constitutional violations. But here's the thing. The Florida Supreme Court shot her down in 2019, and the U.S. Supreme Court wouldn't touch her case in 2020. So will she ever walk free? What do you think? Does Dalia deserve another shot? Hit that subscribe button because we're diving into more true crime tomorrow.